All right, we are here with Angelique from Harvard. Angelique, that's all I know about you. You're Angelique from Harvard. Can you tell me your last name and where are you from when you're not at Harvard?
Well, my full name is Angelique Henderson, and I am from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn?
So, yes.
Like right here?
Right here.
Incredible. Did you walk here?
No, I came from Harvard.
You came from Harvard. That's the long way.
Yes.
Brooklyn is like right across the river here.
I would have walked.
What year are you at Harvard?
I am a junior.
You're a junior. What are you studying?
Economics, dramatic arts, which is essentially theater, and Spanish.
And Spanish?
Yes.
Economics, dramatic arts, and Spanish. Okay, wow, that's a lot. Now, let me ask you, where's the rest of your team?
Right here.
Just you?
Yeah.
What happened to the other people? No, I know that. But it's really brave of you to do this on your own because it simply means that you've got more scripture to memorize.
Oh, yeah.
So what scriptures have you picked for tonight? Is it one passage or a combination of what are you doing?
So I decided to do a compilation of passages under the theme that I titled Creation, Fall, Redemption.
Redemption.
What
You
else
stole
should I
that right
mention?
out of Scripture. But I'm sorry, I stepped on your punchline.
See, look, that was the punchline. You missed it.
Creation, fall, redemption.
What else should I mention?
What else should I mention? There's really not much, right? That kind of covers
No,
it.
there's
Creation,
a lot
fall,
more
redemption.
that you can mention.
Really? So not thematically. Okay, and so is it how many different parts of Scripture will you be using?
A good deal.
A good deal. So it's not just like one or two big chunks.
Yeah, I'm coming from Genesis, Mark, John, Romans, Hebrews. So you're in for a surprise.
Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. All right. So I have to ask you: did you grow up memorizing Scripture? Is this something new to you?
So I grew up doing storytelling and speech competitions. So memorization has come to me, but not in the sense of scriptures. So I recently started memorizing scriptures last year as a personal thing. My boyfriend and I finished reading through the entire Bible on Thanksgiving, so that was exciting. So afterward, we were just intent on continuing to dig into the Word and really just plant it in our hearts.
You probably didn't realize that, but if you do that with your boyfriend, you're considered engaged. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's biblical. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, if you read the whole Scripture together, you're technically engaged. So we need to talk about that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's really you're really serious about this. This is kind of exciting to hear. You know, you don't meet many Brooklynites from Harvard who are memorizing Scripture. How many folks at Harvard are doing this kind of thing?
Not many.
Not many.
Not many.
I think it's just you.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So and how did you hear about spoken word? I mean, this is spoken word 2013. This is really the first time we're doing this on a big scale. How did you hear about this?
I was approached by our ministry leaders to do the competition because it's something that's up my alley. I'm an aspiring television and film actress, but I also model, dance, and write and recite poetry. So they were like, "You're perfect for this. Like, you should do this, etc."
They just want to win. They don't care about all these other students. They don't want to encourage scripture memorization, these other duds who could lose. They picked a winner, and obviously there's a lot of pressure on you.
No, they approached other people too, but I was honored that they approached me. So I originally wasn't going to do it. Another team was going to do it. So I was just thrown back into it this week, actually.
This week?
Yeah.
What does that mean? So this week you've been memorizing.
So this week I put my passages together, and I memorized it, and I made a track for it, and yeah, you guys are in for a treat. I'm excited.
Well, I'm sure we are.
It's been a busy week.
I'm really now. Okay, have you ever memorized a big chunk of scripture before in your life? You said you memorized stuff for speech meets or whatever. Have you memorized scripture
Not
before?
Scripture.
Not scripture. And how's this impact you? What happens when you start memorizing scripture? What has happened, or what happened to you?
Beautiful things happen.
Beautiful things happen.
So since I've memorized scripture on a smaller scale personally, it tended to be like, I don't know, the big passages, like I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, or, you know, for God so loved the world, the ones that people always say and they just know, like whether they've even opened the Bible for themselves or not. But doing this, it definitely forced me to dig into passages that I don't normally dig into and really plant it in my heart. And one of them actually touched me so much that like every time I try to do it or memorize it or read it, like I almost cry. That's how powerful it got. So it was an exciting experience.
All right. Wow. Yeah, so what caused you, other than the general theme, to pick the particular passages that you chose for tonight?
First step, definitely prayer. When I found out that I was going to do the competition after, I was like, oh my gosh, God, like, I need your help. I don't even know where to begin. There's 66 books in this Bible, but I knew I definitely wanted to come from Genesis, so I just began there and began with creation and, you know, prayed through it, and God really just showed me what he wanted me to do.
So you prayed?
Yeah, I prayed.
You prayed.
And Googled.
And Googled, yeah. Right, and Googled. Well, Scripture says we're supposed to pray and Google. It does. I believe it says that someplace.
I don't
Maybe
think
that's
so.
in the Apocrypha. I don't know. Well, the other teams didn't mention prayer, so I think you might have the inside track. Now, I can't say that publicly because I'll be showing favoritism, but I think I'm glad to hear that. Well, we're great. We're excited to have you. It's great to have you, and we are looking forward to what the Lord will have through you tonight. So God bless you, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.